Hey guys, in today's video we'll show you our top quality multi-time frame analysis that no one talks about. So stay tuned. But before we continue, we also want to note that we have a Telegram channel as well, where we post signals and other top quality educational content. So here's EUR/dollar weekly time frame. And as you can see, we ended this week on this massive bearish engulfing candle with a heavy bearish momentum. As you can see, it broke right through the daily effective support on its way right here and proceeded down. So it's a quite bearish price action on the weekly time frame. And then we can expect that price proceeded down even further, at least to the weekly effective support. And we could also expect some rejections of that level. But anyway, we would like to closely monitor the price action once price proceeded down right to this area. And we will discuss our bullish and bearish scenario for the euro/dollar on the lower time frames. But for now, we have a clear bearish price action on the weekly time frame through this massive momentum candle. So with that being said, let's move to the daily time frame. Before we continue, guys, we also want to share with you our VIP group performance. As you can see, 400 pips was made during this week. Great performance. So guys, if you're new here, our VIP group includes the trading program, weekly setups and live signals. All info will be in the description to the video and also in the comments below. And you also could contact our support team if you have any questions, and you will be answered as soon as possible. Link will be in the description to the video and in the comment section as well. So let's back to our analysis. So here's euro/dollar daily time frame, and like we previously discussed, we had a rising channel right here. So let's then connect this to swings as well. And as you can see, price break right through it, also breaking right through the daily effective support, which now turns into resistance, and the 50 EMA on the daily. So this is quite bearish price action, after which price proceeded down even further, as you can see right here. And for now, like we said, we expect a further downside movement right to that weekly area. And then we would like to closely monitor the price action right at this area, because when the price touched this area in the last time, as you can see right here, it reversed drastically. So this area was respected multiple times in the past and represent some strength. But right now we have a bearish bias on the daily time frame as well. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. So here's 4-hour time frame, and as you can see, we could only confirm our bearish price action from the higher time frame as well, as price is making lower highs and lower lows. As you can see right here, we have a lower high, again lower high, and again lower high. So when it comes to our trading plan in terms of bearish scenario, we would like to see the following. So first of all, we want to see a clear breakout to the weekly effective support level. And as always, then we want to see some kind of pullback right to the broken area. We also could use the Fibonacci extension as well, drawing it right here. And we want to see some rejection of our golden zone as well to confirm our breakout and enter with a small stop loss. We could also proceed to the lower time frame and confirm our immediate trend as well. But for now, we want to see a clear break through the weekly effective support and then some kind of pullback to be sure that this breakout is not fake and enter with a better risk to reward ratio. So with that being said, let's go down to the 1-hour time frame and discuss our bullish scenario for the coming week as well. So here's 1-hour time frame, and let's connect our swing lows and swing highs. So first of all, let's connect our swing lows right here. And let's do this with the swing highs as well. Boom. So as you can see, we have a falling wedge pattern, which is bullish reversal pattern, but again, we would like to see a clear break right to the upper trend line to confirm it. And what is more, this pattern arises right at the weekly effective support, which adds even more confidence to the strength of this pattern. So to confirm our bullish bias on the euro/dollar and initiate a long trade on this pair, we would like to see the following. So first of all, we want to see a clear break right to the trend line. And then we also could see the 50 EMA breakout. And what is more, we have a minor structure right here. So it would be better for price to pull back right to the structure, and somewhere right here we will enter long, and our first target will be the daily effective resistance. So with that being said, let's move to the pound/dollar. So here's pound/dollar weekly time frame, and as you can see, price still in the given consolidation at a key daily level. As you can see, price in this consolidation is already 4 weeks in a row. This week wasn't an exception, since price is still in the tight range, respecting the top of this consolidation and the low as well. But as you can see from this weekly candle, we even have this week which is sticking out, showing for us some bullish pressure on the weekly time frame. But anyway, we have an indecision bias since the price entered consolidation already 4 weeks in a row, and we would like to see a clear break to the upside or to the downside to clearly confirm our bias on the weekly. So with that being said, let's move to the daily time frame. So here's the daily time frame, and as you can see, this week price mainly proceeded down. But again, one notable item that should be noted is the following. As you can see right here, price failed to make a new low like it was in the previous week, rejected it multiple times in a row. As you can see in the past, after the given rejection, price proceeded up drastically. And as you can see right here, we have actually the same picture. Price rejected this area, and it could easily go up. But again, it should be also confirmed to the lower time frame, and we would like to see a clear price action confirming this bias on the lower time. So with that being said, let's proceed down to the 4-hour time frame to discuss our trade ideas for the coming week for the pound dollar. So pound dollar 4-hour time frame. And to discuss our bullish scenario, let's draw a falling channel. So first of all, let's connect the lows right here and the highs along the top as well. And to confirm our bullish bias on the 4-hour time frame, we would like to see the following. So first of all, we want to see a clear break of the trend line. Then we want to see a break through the daily effective resistance as well. And as you can see, the 50 EMA is lining up with the resistance perfectly. So only once these three confluence factors will be broken, we can initiate a long trade. Of course, we want to see some pullback on the lower time frames as well to confirm our breakout and then enter long. So let's proceed to the lower time frame to discuss our bearish scenario as well. So here's 1 hour time frame, and as you can see, price touched the upper trend line in the recent time, and now it rejects the 50 EMA with some weeks. So we can expect the next wave right here to the lower trend line. But again, to confirm it, we should drop the trend line with a tight trend line right here, and once price will break the trend line, we will go short, and like we said, we'll target this lower trend line. Stop loss suggested to place somewhere at this area. So let's move on. So here's dollar CAD weekly time frame, and as you can see, on the one hand we have a beautiful bullish momentum candle breaking right through the daily effective resistance, but on the other hand we have a some wick which rejected the 50 EMA area on the weekly time frame and the weekly effective resistance. Because as you can see, last time we also came up to this area with the momentum candle, and price pulled back since this area where the weekly 50 EMA and the weekly effective resistance are lining up represents a lot of strength in terms of bearish momentum and bearish bias. So for now we have an unconfirmed bullish bias on the weekly time frame for the dollar CAD. To confirm our bullish bias on the weekly, we want to see a clear break right through the weekly effective resistance and through the weekly 50 EMA. So with that being said, we have an indecision bias on the dollar CAD on the weekly time frame. So let's go down to the daily. So here's daily time frame, and as you can see, we have this beautiful momentum candle breaking right through the daily effective resistance and through the 50 EMA on the daily time frame. But then as you can see, we have a two long weak indecision candle rejecting the weekly effective resistance and failed to show any momentum. So this could be signal for us an early sign of a momentum loss on the bullish side, and then price could easily proceed back at least to this area. Again, this weekly level represents a lot of strength, because as you can see previously, we also have some price action right at this area from which price proceeded down drastically. So we should keep our eyes on this area and monitor what sellers and buyers are doing at the particular moment. So to confirm our bullish bias on the daily, we want to see a clear higher high from that area and clear break of the weekly effective resistance. If price failed to do that, it can be considered as a momentum loss and bearish bias. So with that being said, let's proceed to the lower time frame to discuss our ideas for the coming week. So here's 1 hour time frame, and to confirm our bullish bias, we would like to see the following. So first of all, let's draw this trend line, our short-term trend line. If the price will able to break right to the trend line and right to the weekly effective resistance, our bias will be confirmed as bullish, and we should easily enter long even without a pullback. On the other hand, if the price will fail to proceed up, we could experience a next bearish wave. So again, let's draw the trend line right here. And once price will break the trend line and the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, we could initiate a short position, and our first target will be this daily effective support right here. Of course, a stop loss will be suggested above the weekly effective resistance. So let's move on. So here's gold weekly time frame. Like we said in our previous analysis, after this long wick candle rejecting monthly effective resistance, we can expect a further downside movement. And here it is, as you can see, this candle. But again, on the other hand, price failed to make a new low right here. And we have still unconfirmed bearish bias on the gold on the weekly time frame. And it still could break this monthly level and proceed it up. But to discuss these scenarios more in depth, let's proceed down to the lower time frames. So here's daily time frame, and like we said in our previous analysis, we had that rising channel, as you can see right here, and the price break right through it and proceed down. But again, as you can see right here, we have multiple rejections of that minor structure in the past, for instance right here, and then price reversed from it drastically. So this area was respected 4 times in a row in the past, and then price reversed. And right now we have the same picture. We have the shrinking candles which telling us about the momentum loss, and also we have some weak rejections of that minor structure as well right here, as you can see. So to confirm our bearish bias on the daily for the gold, we want to see a clear break right through that structure. If the price will fail to break right through it, we can expect a drastic upside movement, at least to our monthly effective resistance. So let's move to the lower time frame to discuss our ideas more in depth. So here's gold, 1 hour time frame, and let's draw a trend line right here. So our bullish bias confirmation will come right through the break of given trend line and the 50 EMA as well. So once we see a clear break of the trend line, we may go long and target our monthly effective resistance. Again, to discuss the bearish scenario, let's draw a trend line as well. So as you can see right here, we may draw a short-term trend line, and if the price will break it, we may initiate a fast trade and target our structure level. And once the structure will be achieved, we may put our stop loss at the break-even and take some profits to see a further price action. Because to fully confirm our bearish scenario through the multiple time frame analysis, we want to see a clear break right through the structure and then some kind of pullback. Guys, let's move to the US oil. So here's US oil weekly time frame. And last week we expected a downside movement, and here it is. As you can see, we have this massive bearish engulfing candle, which breaks our weekly effective resistance as well. So we have a clear bearish bias on the US oil on the weekly time frame. So let's go down to the lower time frame and discuss our ideas for the coming week. So here's US oil 1 hour time frame, and to confirm our bearish bias, we may draw the trend line, and we want to see a clear break right through it, and then we could easily go into the short trade. In the opposite example, let's draw a trend line as well. So right here. And we want to see the following. To confirm our bullish bias, we want to see the break of our 3 structures on the 1 hour time frame. So first of all, we want to see a break right through the trend line, right through the 50 EMA, and through our weekly effective resistance right here. Only once these 3 structures will be broken, we may go long. So guys, thanks for watching. Press the like button, consider to join VIP as well. Comment below what you think about this analysis, what pairs you track for the coming week, and see you on the next week.